God, that is unreal, dude. Oh my God, look at this thing. Let's just take a second and look at it. Oh my God, look at those beautiful Pacific Office Automation Sherwin-Williams colors. Yeah. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Eric Johnson Jr. And for those who don't already know me, I try to do all things racing on this channel. So if you like that kind of content, be sure to go down below, hit the subscribe button before even watching further into this video. That way you get notified if I post any future content. For those who don't already know, NASCAR and iRacing, who is very well respected for their sim platform that has been out there for decades at this point, has been working really closely all year long and for some time now, prepping a new console video game that has been rumored to release for quite some time. Luckily, that game has now come out this fall, and we've been posting all about it on our socials. So for anyone who follows me closely on Instagram, Facebook, whatever else, you've probably already been made aware that we are included in this video game, which, before we even get into anything else, is just mind-blowing to me. It's hard to put into words how much that really means, just given I grew up playing NASCAR video games, and it's what grew my love for the driving side before I ever even raced in real life. Like I said, if you follow me on social media, or honestly anybody in the NASCAR community at this point, you're very well aware most likely that this game has been out for some time. A lot of people have already tried it, and I myself am looking forward to trying it today, and that's what this video is about. I haven't had much time at home with all of the things going on, wrapping up our season, but now I've got some downtime and I'm jumping on for the first time to give you my initial first impressions, not just one, seeing myself in a video game for the first time, but two, just trying the game out both on controller, then on the sim rig behind me, just to give you my first impressions and what a real NASCAR driver thinks of the video game himself. All right, with all that said, let's just go ahead and switch over to my computer setup here, show you guys the game, my initial impressions here as we boot it up for the very first time, and then we'll go from there. But I'll go ahead and be quiet here. Pretty cool little intro video they got here.
Got a great car, great team. Let's go execute.
Time to turn the intensity.
We'll try to avoid doing that one.
Don't count out anybody. It is still that close.
It's so cool seeing this come to life. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, NASCAR 25. So really neat to see as you just sitting here on the home page. It just is a really bizarre feeling knowing that I myself am included in this game. I know I'm not a major part of it, some might say, but for me, it's just something I've always dreamed of. You know, when I started out playing these games, I spent years league racing, and that was honestly to me just as real as what I do now, racing on the national level in NASCAR with these guys. So, you know, to show that you can go from this level to the real life deal. Oh, sorry, I had to mute it for copyright reasons. But yeah, all I was saying is it's just so cool to sit here and look at this, knowing where I started, mostly playing, like, say, NASCAR 15, for example, was one I spent a lot of time on with good friends of mine. And I still talk to a lot of those folks that I lead raced back in the day with to this day. It's just quite bizarre to see how things have changed. But yeah, I could only have dreamt of racing in real life, let alone being able to play myself in one of these video games. So obviously this is what you see when you load in. Pretty neat to see. They got William Byron's Chevrolet sitting there on display. You have the options for career, quick race, online, championship, and driver ratings. We're going to kind of figure out what these all mean. I do want to go into the driver ratings real quick, because this is something that's interesting as we're looking to find myself for the very first time in here. I have seen in advance, our driver rating. And so as you can see here, they split it up by series: Cup, Xfinity, Truck, and ARCA. And I'm very interested to know how they decided the ratings on here, because there is definitely some in here that do not fit real life. Now, I will leave it up to the folks out there to decide if my rating is accurate or not. I would have liked to seen it a little higher, given some of the stuff that we've done and some of the results we've had versus some of the people that are up here in the higher range. It doesn't make sense to me necessarily, but I also get that they had to go off of a wide variety of stats versus the kind of tracks you've been on, how long you've been racing, all this stuff. So if I keep scrolling here, there it is. So they have me listed 41st out of how many? 58. Pretty low down there. I gotta step it up. I definitely, you got Cletus McFarland down here. I'm not sure who some of these guys are, but if we click on myself, or I guess nothing happens when you click on it. Oh, you can go to the detailed view. Okay, so this is where they break it down by like super speedway, intermediates, short intermediates, things like that. I've never been on a super speedway or some of these intermediate tracks, so it does start to make sense to me why my rating is lower. For anyone wondering out there, I'm assuming that's why, is because a lot of the folks that are higher up on this have made their debut or ran multiple races on those larger tracks. I myself haven't yet, only racing the West Series. So for now, we're going to just look past the rating tab. You have online, obviously, quick race. I do want to see just what it looks like when you select me as a driver. So if we go over to the ARCA series, you can already see this would be where your custom scheme would be. Now I'm going to go ahead and just scroll all the way to, oh, there it is. God, that is unreal, dude. Oh my goodness. They got my age wrong, first of all. I'm 22 NASCAR, just in case you're wondering, but we'll leave it at 21. Younger looks better. At least they got my hometown right. I'm from La Center, Washington, so for anyone around here, represent. But yeah, God, it is so cool to see our scheme on there and the detail. Like, obviously, if I hit X here, we could see the additional scheme, which is just as cool to see in person, or I guess not in person, but through the screen, a little different. God, it's just spot on. It was neat to work with iRacing to get these schemes in the game, and they made sure they got all the details right. So you can even see in the blue, I might be able to zoom in the editing, but you can see some of the ghost graphics that we would have on the car in real life. Some people don't even realize that those are even there until you walk up and see the car up close with your own eyes. So really neat that iRacing took the time to make sure they just went that extra mile for us and added those little details. So as you can see, as I'm selecting my car here, you could go through and choose whatever track you want to run. Man, before I even try a career, it just feels right. Like, I feel like I got to run my first laps on this as myself. You know what? Why not? We just wrapped up our season in Phoenix. Might as well go ahead and just run Phoenix. So let's see how this compares to real life, see how the car looks for the first time. I'm super excited. Let's just quit wasting time and get into it. Well, it looks pretty accurate. I'll give them that much. Load into kind of the garage interface, I'm assuming. So if I just say I want to start practice, let's just go ahead and hit start session. Man, they got my suit accurate and everything. This is killer. Okay, so they give us a practice goal time, how much time we have remaining. I could talk to the team on the radio, obviously. You see the mirror behind me. We're sitting in the garage here at Phoenix. They got my pit box right in front of me with the number on it. That's pretty neat. The Toyota logos and Jerry Pitts Racing logos up there on the hauler. So give them A for effort there. Fire this bad boy up. Again, starting on controller. I'm not a controller gamer, but I thought this is where I should start since this is where most people would. Oh my God, look at this thing. Let's just take a second and look at it. Oh my God, look at those beautiful Pacific Office Automation Sherwin-Williams colors. You got Paul Davis across the back there. You can see Valleyscapes up on the deck lid. So neat. So neat. Let's see, if I just cycle through the views, you got like kind of a further back cam. Look at that thing, man. Absolutely stunning. Got Key Property Services down on the quarter panel. Okay. And then we got the kind of the hood cam here, roof cam. I used to use the roof cam a lot back in my league days on NASCAR 25 or not NASCAR 25, NASCAR 15 and stuff. And then the in-car camera, which definitely is pretty realistic here. Definitely this one too. I like that a little bit more, I think. You can see my race suit. They got the Key Property Services logo on there. All the right colors for anyone who knows what my race suit looks like. So, oh man, this is super neat. All right, we'll just run it like this for a second. I don't personally love racing in a like third-person view, but we'll just give it a go here, and then we'll switch to kind of the first-person stuff. So get down into 3. Definitely looking forward to trying this on my wheel for the first time. Stay above the dog leg for now. Again, I'm not a controller player whatsoever, so give me a little bit of grace here. Okay, definitely got to slow down the car a little bit. A little diamond. God, it's so cool. Try a few things here. First of all,
how's the car, boss?
The brakes feel a little weird to me. First impressions on controller. Gonna be honest, like I'm hitting the brakes on my controller. Nothing's happening until it's like they're locking up. So I don't love that necessarily.
10-4.
Let's see if we can try to change the setup a little bit.
Want.
Let's go a little free. Let's try that.
This thing can do.
Let's try an interior camera. Oh, you can feel that thing sliding out of the corner. Beautiful. Head down the backstretch again. We'll brake a little earlier this time. Car down to the bottom. Let it roll. Pick it up. Okay. Definitely a little freer there. They do a good job of making it where you can feel that even with a controller. Give the roof cam a go. Down to the bottom. Now, as far as the visuals go, as I'm slowly starting to figure out the driving a little bit more and more, the visuals are spot on. I mean, I was just here racing in real life, and this is
What do you think?
just
You want to bring her in?
right on what we normally see. So you can see here I'm kind of communicating with the crew chief, which is neat how they give you that ability. You gotta tell, like, the racer and me's trying to figure this out. I want to be as fast as I can be. Just so neat to see. Obviously, I'm no specialist when it comes to playing on controller. I think I'll be a lot more hard on myself when we get on the sim setup, but I at least wanted to give you my initial impressions. Just so cool to see this No.5 Camry in here, playing it, seeing Johnson Jr. across the windshield for the first time. Man, you know, it's just a weird feeling, spending so much time on these games growing up, playing as all these drivers that I dreamed of meeting one day. And to think there, you know, in some world there might be a kid out there playing as me in this game, right? Just so bizarre, cool. A million different words could probably describe the feeling. None of them would totally do it justice, but we'll just go ahead and move into the next session here. All right, now we got to qualify. So never exactly been my best skill set in real life, but we're going to see how we do. I like how they got the crew guys in like t-shirts on the ARCA level. Seems pretty realistic. Guy with the backwards hat on behind us. All right, see if we can lay down a lap here.
Let's make this lap the one they all chase. Lay down a burner, buddy.
Love looking at that Pacific Office Automation logo right there on the hood. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Definitely not the ideal racing line here, but hey, keeping it out of the wall, keeping it going the right direction. That's all I really care about. Not exactly pretty.
Top of the board.
Hey, we qualified first. I'll take it.
Great job.
Oh, man. My buddy's cheesing there on the right. As you can see, showing all the results here. My buddy Cole Raz qualified 11th. Nice job, Cole. All right, 40 cars on the pole. Time to do our first races ourselves in a NASCAR video game. That is a sentence I never thought I'd get to say. Alrighty.
Drivers, start your engines.
So cool. Get the command.
Here we go. Start it up.
Pretty accurate here. I think we're just going to send it. Blow this Joe Gibbs car out of the dirt here. Green flag.
Outside.
Clear. Just trying to peek his nose in there. Take the line from him. Make sure we just get this thing rolled up and get it to the bottom.
One outside.
Oh, he's going for the top. There we go. Driving away. Definitely prefer the second in-car camera, the one that's a little further back. Just seems a little bit more realistic, a little bit better field of view. The first one gives me kind of a wonky feeling. Got Butterbean pressing us. Yeah, the brake pedal is my biggest complaint right now. I think the gas side, I just got to get better at easing into it here with the controller, but the brake pedal is definitely a funky feeling on controller. I wonder if there's something I got messed up here in the settings or something. Definitely really sensitive on the controller too, as you can see the wheel just kind of sawing back and forth, doing my best to just be smooth with it.
5 to go now.
Kind of just shortcut the dog leg here a little. Oh, knocking the fence down again. I do that every time in the third person view for whatever reason. Hey, not a scratch on it though, we're good. Looks like we might get ourselves a good battle here for our first win. Try to hold off the one and only Butterbean. We got 2 more to go.
2 to go now.
We got it. Come on. Right about now in real life is where your heart would be pumping faster than you could count. And we got to keep the tires on her for one more lap. White flag, come on.
One more, driver. Let's go.
Driving away, that's what we like to see. Bring home our first win here. Oh, hang on to it. Almost lost her. There we go. Pretty good to say. First race ever. NASCAR 25. As you can see here, the victory lane celebration. Eric Johnson Jr., winner of the General Tire 150. Gotta love it. So neat. Jump on here and win our first race, playing as ourselves. It's hard to beat that, but God, how cool. So yeah, as you can see, as far as just first impressions there, I got to get a little smoother with the controller. I'm not going to argue with that. But as far as just the visuals and things go, I got to give it to iRacing and NASCAR. It's spot on. They definitely put a lot of effort into making the game pretty. And for the average consumer out there, I think that's really important. So they did a great job at that and representing all of our partners well. So just can't thank them enough for even thinking to include us in here, let alone all the effort they put into making it look good. Okay, so now we've obviously tried it on controller. Kind of gave you my first impressions, just loading into the game for the first time. I do want to, in this first video, go ahead and jump over into the sim rig and try that out on the wheel, just to give it another shot, maybe see if it feels a little bit better, a little bit more realistic, maybe play with some of the settings here, and give us a real kind of accurate reading on how realistic this game could be versus more of the arcadish experience we just had on controller, which again, for the average consumer is great. What I just did, what I just experienced, if somebody never played a NASCAR game before and picked up a controller, I'd say that was a very somewhat easy to play experience to win and to have speed. Even if you saw there, I wasn't perfect, but now we're going to give it a go with the AI difficulty turned up, turn down the any of the assists and settings there as much as we can, and actually try this game for the realism factor and see how much of that's really there. So in today's video, I'm not even going to touch career mode. I want to actually make a separate series on that. So if that's something you want to see, be sure to let me know down in the comment section if you'd like to see like a short series on me racing through the career mode. It's something I could also live stream some, or maybe do some online multiplayer races with any of the viewers. All that stuff I would enjoy doing, as well as you know, for today, I'm just going to stick to the quick race stuff. Just giving you my raw impressions. I want to continue playing as our car in the game just because I'm not used to seeing that yet. I want to keep trying it and try it just with the wheel here. That way we're keeping things as similar as possible. So let's jump in. So yeah, definitely noticing some graininess here on the graphics when I'm on a blown up screen. Definitely a little bit more appealing to the eye on the smaller screen. So I don't know if that's something my settings got to work on or if that's something people are having issues with, but did not necessarily blow up as pretty as I wanted to, especially like the ARCA logos here on the left side. Definitely getting a lot of grainy blurriness there. I can't even read the word ARCA or series in those logos, so not sure how it looks to you guys, but definitely struggling on the big screen. I'm excited to try it on the wheel. Really am. I think this will be a lot more of an enjoyable
Settle
experience.
in, find your rhythm.
Alrighty. See what we can make happen here. So, I'm not sure how it's coming through on the recording, but I clearly have some issues here on the visual side. It's very grainy on my end after I've switched from my small monitor to my big one. Something in the settings must be messed up. So I'm going to kind of overlook that and just focus on the driving experience. So far, the wheels feels much better than a controller. Decent force feedback, much smoother. I haven't tried the brake yet. Give you a good comparison on that, but overall my experience is much better already. Definitely got to put a lot of wheel input in it on the entry of the corner. Keep the thing off the wall.
Clear low. Car outside. Clear outside. One outside. 3 wide. Clear high. Inside now. Clear low if you want it.
Alright, so I just switched my game from the high resolution to 1920 by 1080p and also to full screen rather than bordered or anything. Definitely seems to have cleared a lot up. So little trick out there for folks if they're having the same issue as I was. I'm going to jump into it on track and see if it's better now, but it took me a while to figure that one out. Now, before I end this video, I feel like I gotta try some super speedway stuff. This is back to one of my greatest loves when I started sim racing. It's well known across, I would say, the world when you start mentioning Daytona, the Daytona 500, things of that sort. You know, to see my car on Daytona is definitely something I want to see here today. So we're gonna jump in here, give it a go, run a short race, just give you my thoughts, and then we'll close this one out. Gonna go ahead, skipping straight to qualifying. Don't feel the need to practice here, so we're just holding it wide open, holding it on the bottom.
Listen, buddy, we don't need perfect, just fast and clean.
Give myself an idea of what it feels like to hold this thing on the bottom, which seems very easy. Now, when I start talking about the wheel experience, the super speedway stuff definitely feels very similar to what I would expect it to. I just feel like the intermediate stuff when I was trying Kansas and Phoenix weren't ideal. But as I'm running around Daytona here, I feel like everything's a lot better. It doesn't take nearly as much steering input. The wheel itself feels a little bit more realistic in the feel. Visuals, of course, are pretty cool seeing Daytona as you come down here to take the green flag, and we're just going to run a nice pretty lap here on the bottom. Do our best here to just hold her nice and straight. And as we come to the line, see where we line up.
Wow, great job.
Perfect.
Show up with Bob.
P1, baby, on the pole. Now this is definitely a place I would love to race in real life, so let's see how this goes.
Green, green, green. One up high. Stay outside.
Oh, I'm losing my pushers. I'm losing my pushers. Come on, Butterbean.
3 wide. Car outside.
There we go.
Outside door. 5 to go now.
5 to go, pushing hard for the lead.
Stay low. Clear up top. 1 outside.
Stay here on the bottom. Try to push this 20 car.
Stay low.
Ooh, man. Touch the apron to get real, real loose. Obviously, pretty realistic there, but just try to get used to the wheel. Holding this thing pretty.
Clear, clear. Clear high if you want it.
Try to see if we keep the 18 with us. Get a decent push.
Stay high. Clear low.
All right, we'll Clear to the bottom. We're going to take it.
One high.
Where we're going to have the most help, I think. If it'll let us. There we go. It's kind of like some dead spots in the steering. I feel like when I'm turning the wheel, it's not really doing anything until a certain point, and then it really grabs. Nice big push there from behind. Got the lead back.
Clear.
There we go. Getting a good push from behind. Shows you the whole field here as we're heading down to turn 3. Oh man. You see it starts to show you here on the bottom as we're getting low on fuel. Is that Quarterly behind me? I think we got Dale Quarterly pushing us. Jake Finch making a move on the top side. See if we can hold him off. Looking pretty good here. 67's going to the bottom. See if we can pick up the pusher here. So we're coming to the checkered. I think we're going to get it. Let's go, boys.
Amazing win. Great work.
Pretty cool. Nice. Well, I'd say that's pretty sweet. Winning as yourself racing at Daytona in a video game. Ah, pretty awesome. Well, as you can see, I think, NASCAR 25, first of all, beyond cool to just be able to play finally now that it's out. Big props to NASCAR and iRacing for all the time and effort they put into this. So, very, very neat, and glad I'm finally getting the chance to play it. I think when we started, as you can see on the controller, I think it was a little bit better of an experience as far as just the, if you want to say, the fun level. I think it was just the perfect way to play. It's almost like back to the Mario Kart days or the early NASCAR video games before I ever had a steering wheel, to be able to play on controller and just kind of have that arcade feel. Definitely could see how that'd be fun with friends and things. But then when I switched over to the wheel here, you can see at tracks like Daytona, really great experience, lots of fun. I think it'd be really fun to play with friends online. But for somebody who comes from a sim racing background, when I tried things like Phoenix, Kansas, stuff like that, there's certainly no doubt that there's some stuff that needs to be polished here. And I think iRacing is very aware of that, and they're working hard at it. But, for me overall, just to be able to see this game and see our car in there and play as ourselves, or myself, I have a tendency to say we and us and all this just because so many people have helped us get to this point and get into the game. So I definitely feel like when I'm playing as the number 5, Eric Johnson Jr., Toyota Camry, I feel like it's kind of a group thing rather than just myself accomplishing this, right? If that makes sense. But, it's just really cool to be able to play as myself and see myself in that game after all those years of playing and dreaming of being in this position. But, just really hard to put into words how special that is. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to kind of wrap it up here. If you want to see a series in the career mode, I'm not opposed to making one. And I'll keep trying to kind of fine tune the settings here. That way it's a little bit more of an enjoyable experience for the viewer as well as myself. But NASCAR 25, it's out. Go check it out for yourselves. Today's, my goal is just to kind of give you my thoughts on it, coming from somebody who races in NASCAR, but you yourself might have a completely different experience. So, definitely don't be afraid to try it. Go out there, support us racers by getting the game, and give it a go yourself. Let us know, and if you do try, make sure to send us a photo of you playing as the number 5 Toyota Camry, and we'll make sure to blast it out there on our socials. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said in the beginning, if you like this kind of content, make sure to go down below, hit the subscribe button. But until next time, guys, take it easy.